Hi, it's your TA, Lauren Whitehurst, here to explain the first lab to you. So here's the first station where you are going to practice using a microscope, and there are very detailed instructions on how to do so, and how to clean a microscope, and especially how to disinfect before and after using a microscope in later labs. Notice that we do have gloves provided, and they should be used to clean the microscopes. We have unidirectional arrows leading to the next station. They are spaced appropriately apart, socially distanced. The next station contains a slide of Elodea, so a wet mount, and you are to examine that. So this section particularly is about tissues and organs and how plants move different things throughout their cells. Third section is roots, so we had a couple of different types of roots. Fibrous roots. These are adventitious roots because they're growing outwards like that. And the roots, of course, reach down into the soil to get nutrients and water. Okay, so we've got some modified stems here. Asparagus, grass. Stems are basically the plumbing of the plant, it says. Here's a sweet potato. Unidirectional arrow. There are a few different types of leaves for some variety. There's the Elodea. Photosynthesis. Here we looked at a slide of Tradescantia. Very purple. This is the cat claw vine. There's a question about its invasiveness and the tendril. So here's a good example. Do you see this? Looks like a cat claw. Has 3 prongs. It's a modified leaflet that reaches up to try to get better lighting. Cactus spines are modified leaves. Here's where a flower starts off. So today we just had a few examples of flowers. Some azaleas, some things that have wilted by now. And here we actually dissected Alstroemeria, a monocot. It's got parts of 3. So 3 sepals on the outside. And those are 3 petals on the inside. Then inside of that are the reproductive portions. So 1 sepal removed another sepal and a petal. Now you can see reproductive portions. So the 2 ones sticking off the top are the males, the anthers, and the female part is the other portion with the stigma and style leading down. Okay, so this is both a male and female flower. It can reproduce with itself. These are different floral syndromes based on what flowers look like, and you can use those to try to make inferences on what sort of thing would pollinate this flower. For example, this is about fruit. We've got a few dry fruits out here. Other things include peanuts, not much here. We do have a lot of wet fruits. So we've got persimmon, which is a berry. A lot of these things are berries. It's pretty surprising. Guava, citrus of many kinds. Legumes, aggregate fruits, so many tiny carpels together. A pome, in this case an apple. Star fruit, pretty cool. Aggregate accessory fruit, the strawberry. Every little pit inside of there is actually an achene, or a seed, which is pretty cool. And then here are some other examples you can see the great variety of fruit and vegetables that we have. Fleshy fruit. This is a peepo, or gourd pumpkin. Here we have a fern. Remember, ferns do have vascular tissue and do not have seeds. such such as lycophytes. Bryophytes are non-vascular, so this is moss. Very close to the ground it grows. And green algae, so it kind of went backwards, evolutionarily. There. So here's some cyanobacteria that would precede the green algae, likely, evolutionarily. Here we have a Venus flytrap. So this is about adaptations. Why might that have formed? Why does this particular plant have this bulbous thing that helps it float? Okay. Why did this develop spines? Why did this develop different tendrils? Now we are on gymnosperms. We have two huge pine cones here. The ginkgo biloba, the only living species of this very famous plant. You can see those really cool parallel veins. This is an old cycad cone, so this is poisonous, don't eat it. And the last thing we had are some economically important things in botany, such as wheat. And we have an orchid here. Don't worry about that, that's in the ginger family. So we've got wheat, of course, is very critical to our agriculture development and civilization. Some other flowering grasses. We've got some, I think these are angiosperm leaves, a different variety. Cactus as well. And some more. And these are all actually varieties of carnivorous plants here. So pretty neat. And that essentially concludes this lab, so hopefully this video helps.